In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person.
I love my wife, and I'm not gay, and I'm not, you know, and that's what's weird about this, to have your sexuality question and your moral fiber question and all that, when all I was doing was trying to be nice to somebody.
In a shocking move, Eddie Murphy has revealed why Kevin Hart is terrified of Katt Williams. Lately, Kevin's name has been circulating widely, and not always in a positive light. It seems he's become a focal point, particularly for fellow black comedian. The comedy world is notoriously unforgiving. One moment you're riding high and the next you're the punchline, often due to a handful of words. Given this environment, it's understandable that Kevin might be feeling a bit anxious. But why would someone with Kevin's level of success be concerned about the opinions of other comedians? Enter Eddie Murphy, a tread who's reportedly about to reveal some secrets. Rumors are swirling that Kevin Hart has some skeletons in his closet. Earlier this year, Katt Williams hinted at some of these secrets, and Kevin's response showed he was clearly shaken. Now with Eddie and others rumored to disclose more, it seems Kevin's troubles are far from over. It appears he's still not in the clear. Eddie Murphy is like that cool uncle who's always calm and avoids drama. So if he's targeting Kevin Hart, you know it's serious. Despite their mutual respect and past collaboration in the movie Meet Dave, Eddie isn't holding back. So what's all the commotion about? Let's dive in. There's been a lot of speculation about Kevin's rapid rise to success, with whispers suggesting he might have networked with key industry figures or possibly undercut others to get ahead. Some even hint at dubious actions. He could have taken. Eddie, a veteran since the 90s, has seen it all in the entertainment world. If anyone's privy to the real story behind Kevin Ascent, it's him adding fuel to the fire. Katt Williams didn't hold back on the Club Shay Shay podcast, labeling Kevin an industry plant and pointing out how quickly he landed a sitcom and a role in Soul Plane during his first year in LA. According to Katt, this situation appears suspicious and suggests that Kevin's ascent to stardom was not entirely above board. He implies that Kevin might have had his opportunities pre-arranged from the beginning. For those unfamiliar with the conflict between Katt Williams and Kevin Hart, it traces back to a 2008 film called Fool's Gold. Williams was initially set to star in the movie, but due to ongoing legal troubles, he was unable to travel to Australia for filming. Consequently, Kevin Hart stepped in and took over the role.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock, where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
Many believe this marked the beginning of the tension between Williams and Hart. Katt Williams didn't stay silent about his concern. He openly expressed his unease about allowing individuals who may not always be truthful to shape the narrative. Unchallenged, Williams highlighted the injustice of dishonest individuals having all the advantages in resource, which makes it difficult for others to compete. He questioned the assumption that having substantial resources equates to being truthful. Katt is deeply concerned about allowing these less than honest individuals to control the narrative, particularly given their significant power and resources. He realizes, however, that speaking out might tarnish his own image, making him appear like just another envious comedian. When asked if he feared any backlash for his candor, Williams had a prepared reply: "Satan can't create anything, including blessings for his people. That's why the top priority for someone who has sold their soul in Hollywood is to pretend it never happened." The speculation that Kevin Hart might be considered an industry plant is linked to a long-standing Hollywood rumor. This notion suggests that certain celebrities are coerced into wearing a dress in a film, almost as if it's a rite of passage to achieve greater fame. This theory isn't just confined to whispers. Katt Williams and Dave Chappelle have both discussed it openly. Back in 2006, during an appearance on Oprah's show, Dave Chappelle opened up about his decision to reject a massive $50 million deal from Comedy Central. He revealed that his choice wasn't solely about the money, emphasizing that substantial offers often come with significant drawbacks. Having been immersed in the entertainment industry since he was 14, Dave was well aware of the peculiarities that occur behind the scenes. He cited Mariah Carey, who secured a $100 million deal, only to be later portrayed as unstable, and Martin Lawrence, whose success led to a frightening episode where he was found on the street shouting that someone was out to get him. These experiences made Dave extremely cautious. When Oprah inquired if he had encountered such stories, Dave confirmed, mentioning he had witnessed similar occurrences. particularly when someone's career was on the brink of soaring. Dave felt pressured to deliver jokes that ridiculed him rather than included him, almost as if he were being compelled to humiliate himself for monetary gain.
I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. That's happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. The writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on. And, what? A prostitute? Nah, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Furthermore, Dave Chappelle recounted an incident where he was asked to wear a dress for a movie scene with Martin Lawrence. Upon entering his dressing room and spotting the dress, he initially thought it was a mistake. However, he soon discovered that the dress was intended for him to wear. In a scene where Martin's character attempts to escape from jail by disguising Dave as a woman, Chappelle firmly refused, saying it wasn't part of the original discussion, despite being pressured by writers-directors and producers who insisted the scene would be hilarious. Dave Chappelle stood his ground, stating he didn't need to wear a dress to be funny. The pressure was intense, but he didn't relent. Eventually, they came up with a new scene that didn't involve the dress. Chappelle wondered how they managed to create an alternative so quickly. His refusal wasn't about the dress itself. It was about resisting an industry tendency to force black comedians into doing anything for a laugh. They kept pushing until it was clear Dave wouldn't budge. This particular moment marked a significant milestone for Dave. Being approached to don a dress opened his eyes to the shared experience of pressure among many other black actors, from Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House to Eddie Murphy in the Nutty Professor series, from Jamie Foxx portraying Wanda in Living Color to the Wayans brothers in White Chicks. And even considering one man, albeit lesser known, it's clear that this wasn't an isolated occurrence in this era. Tyler Perry made waves with his iconic media productions, while Kevin Hart emerged as a voice of wisdom in the entertainment industry. Hart vocalized the importance of safeguarding one's reputation and boundary. He adamantly declared his personal rule, no donning a dress for any role. When questioned about his stance, Hart firmly stated that he had never compromised his principles in such a manner. He underscored the significance of self-awareness and image preservation in the artist's journey. Kevin once mentioned declining an opportunity to showcase his basketball dribbling skills on a talk show, fearing it could undermine his brand. For him, safeguarding his image was paramount. You have to establish boundaries, he emphasized. However, things took an unexpected twist when just a year later he appeared on SNL dressed as the 9-year-old Oscar nominee Keenan Wallace. The sudden pivot in his stance left his fan base unsettled, accusing him of reneging on his promises and lacking transparency. It seemed contradictory considering his recent emphasis on setting boundaries and safeguarding his reputation. Kevin found himself in the spotlight of disappointment as fans vocalized their disillusionment, highlighting the apparent hypocrisy in his actions. However, Kevin Hart surprised everyone with an unforeseen twist. He reversed his position on donning dresses despite his previous staunch refusal, citing it as a definitive no. He embraced the opportunity with a newfound sense of humor, prompting him to reconsider and dive into the unconventional choice. Now buckle up for this twist. Kevin launches into defense mode, contending that Martinella wasn't coerced into donning Big Mama's House attire, Tyler Perry wasn't pressured into embodying media, and Jamie Foxx wasn't compelled to slip into Wanda's dress. According to him, they made these choices willingly. Kevin now asserts that personal choice reigns supreme. Yet a compelling argument counters that it transcends mere decision-making before the allure of substantial wealth. Kevin balked at the idea of conforming to the dress code. However, once the promise of a lucrative payout surfaced, adherence to principles seemed to wane. Money possesses a transformative power, coaxing individuals into actions they once vehemently opposed. The introduction of financial gain often unveils the true extent of one's convictions. Recall the instance when Steve Harvey shocked many by openly admitting that for $10 million, he would forsake his integrity and embrace humiliation all the way to the bank. He unabashedly acknowledged his willingness to compromise principles for financial gain, confronting a harsh reality that many may find uncomfortable, yet cannot deny. Following Kevin Hart's daring choice to wear a dress on television, his professional trajectory soared to unprecedented heights. He swiftly ascended to the summit of amassing wealth that eclipsed all predecessors. While some may argue that he compromised his principles, Kevin reaped immense financial rewards from his comedic ventures. However, amidst his ascent, whispers emerged from Monique, recounting a challenging period where Kevin allegedly neglected her, particularly during her interactions with luminaries such as Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. Interestingly, Kevin appears to have forged stronger connections with both Tyler Perry and Oprah, potentially leveraging these ties to navigate his ascent in the intricate landscape of Hollywood.